Let's set our art mindset. I want you to observe using your artist eyes, envision using your ideas, take your time creating, and remember you are an artist. Artists, today we will be creating some sweet treats. Our overview is looking at how artists experiment and explore art materials and styles to see what they enjoy. Today, I would love for you to incorporate a variety of materials into your artwork or exploring what you have. Let's take a closer look at our artist. Our inspiration today is Wayne Thiebaud. He is an artist who creates paintings that look delicious. When Thiebaud first started painting pastries, gallery owners thought his subject matter was silly. It was different, and he was the first artist to apply the oil paint like icing on a cake. He transformed the normal still life into something that looks so delicious you could eat it. What would your favorite sweet treat look like as a piece of art? Let's take a closer look at Wayne Thiebaud's artwork. I hope you enjoyed looking at his artwork. You may want to take a moment and sketch out or practice drawing your sweet treat to make it look three-dimensional. Think about how the shapes connect to each other and how you can make a shadow to make your artwork look more three-dimensional. Also, think about how you can make your art look delicious. Make your sweet treat the emphasis of your artwork by drawing it big, and don't be afraid to add pops of color. This project can be done a number of ways. Think about the materials that you have around you that you could use to create your artwork today. Step 1. Think about the shapes used to make your sweet treat. Step 2. Sketch with a pencil or draw with a marker your treat. Step 3. Color neatly. And step 4. Make your sweet treat look more three-dimensional by adding a shadow. Also, try to challenge yourself and make one side of your sweet treat a little bit darker than the other side. Let's take a look at a couple of options on how you can create this project. I recommend looking at the PDF in your Google Classroom on how to draw these sweet treats, and on a sheet of paper, practice sketching them with the pencil. If you want to do this assignment on a sheet of paper, draw your sweet treat large, showing emphasis and taking up the space on the paper. Try to challenge yourself with the materials that you have and explore layering and blending crayons or adding some touches of marker, and don't forget to add that shadow. Okay, I would like to show you how to use your Chromebook for this project. The first thing I would like to show you is how to do a split screen on your Google Chromebook. First, you'll want to click the square at the top to minimize your screen. Drag the bar to the left side and it will leave an opening on the right. Next, go down to Chrome Canvas, open up, and then when you click on the top of the bar, drag it to the right, and then you'll have a split screen. You can use this as a way to watch this video while you work in Chrome Canvas if you choose. And you'll see once you go in tablet mode, hopefully it will still keep the split screen. Sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't. Now let's talk about Chrome Canvas. Once you have Chrome Canvas open, you're going to want to click the blue button to open up a new drawing. On the top right corner, you're going to have a stack of papers. You want 3 layers, so click the plus sign 3 times. The top page is the front, and then the one in the center is the middle, and the one at the bottom is the background. So you're going to work on the top layer first, the foreground, the one that's at the very top. The first thing you're going to want to do is select the tool that you would like to draw with and work on making an outline of your sweet treat. Don't be afraid to zoom in and zoom out. Use your undo button and practice as many times as you would like to get the shape of your sweet treat. I do recommend playing around with the different tools and seeing which size you like working with. When you're creating your sweet treat, think about realistic elements and how you can break them down into shapes. So for my cupcake wrapper, I'm using a zigzag line and an upside down trapezoid, a little bit curved to get the form or the shape of the cupcake wrapper. Next, I'm zooming in by pinching and pulling, and I change the size of my line in order to add the lines into the cupcake wrapper. Just take your time and don't forget, it's easy to undo what you did. Now I'm adding sprinkles to my cupcake, and I should have zoomed in a little bit more because you can see that last one kind of filled up with black, but I'll show you. Next, click on your layer button and click the center layer, the one in the middle. This is going to be the layer that you add, or layer of color that you add for your sweet treat. I'm also changing the opacity, how dark I want the color or how transparent I want the color. You can also play around with customizing your colors in your palette and just explore the color options. It's easy to undo, and if you don't like a layer, you can always delete a layer and add a new layer back in for the color of your sweet treat. Now you'll notice when I'm coloring, I'm almost using my top layer as a coloring sheet, and I'm trying to keep that purple inside the black lines. I could zoom in if I wanted to stay more in the lines. So play around with the colors and see what you'd like. You could create multiples and do like a pop art style sweet treat. Here I'm just creating the ombre and values light, medium, and dark. Next, I'm going to think about what color I would like for my sprinkles. Now, you could think about your color families, complementary colors, colors that are opposite of each other on the color wheel, or you could just go with your favorite colors. Don't be afraid to really zoom in on this one. So do you see how that sprinkle didn't fill in? So I thought about it for a little while, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back to my top layer, okay, the foreground. Oops, undo. And then I'm going to zoom in. I'm going to select my eraser tool, and when I erase the black line, you can see the yellow that was on the middle layer. So now I need to touch up my black. I'm going to change the size of my marker tool, and then I'm going to draw that sprinkle back. Okay, just remember, when you go back to adding color to your sweet treat, click on the layers button and go back to the middle layer. That'll keep your black line on top. Now I'm going to finish filling in my sprinkles. So, oops, don't forget, undo is your friend here. So once you are filling in your colors, you can really just make this artwork very unique by changing colors and exploring and experimenting to see what you like. Next, I'm going to think about the cupcake wrapper, and I'm going to just play around with the sizing and maybe have a little bit of white showing to make it look like there's a highlight. So now I'm going to go back up to my layers button and I'm going to click the bottom layer, the third layer. Okay, ooh, I clicked the eye on the first layer so you can see how it disappears. So if you want to change it, you can. And you can save multiple images with different colors showing and not showing. So there's lots of opportunities here for you. Okay, now click that last layer, the bottom one. We're going to now create the background. What's going to be behind your cupcake? Okay, so I'm going to select a wall color. I'm going to try to go to orange and then go down to my darker shades and try to get a brown. Play around with the chalk or the pen. Marker's probably my favorite tool, but you need to explore as an artist to see what you would like. Next, I'm just going to add a table at the bottom. Now you'll notice when I drug my finger over the cupcake, the brown went behind the cupcake. It's because that third layer is behind the first two. Okay. Now I'm going to select a wall color. I'm just going to pick a fun color, a yellow. Whoops. And make it bright and fill this in. Once you are happy with your artwork, I would love for you to upload it to Artsonia. But don't forget, I really want you to add a shadow of some sort to your artwork. So here under my cupcake, I'm just going to add, let me change the table color. I like that better for the shadow. Now let me go back and get my darker color for my shadow. And I'll just do a little shadow on the right side. I could go back in and add a little bit more darker blue to my cupcake wrapper, but maybe I'll do that on the next example. So now I'm going in and just thinking about any more colors I want to add to my picture before I submit it. Oh, I'm going to add a plate real quick. So there's my little plate or napkin for my cupcake. Okay, I think I'm happy with that. So now I want to show you how to submit it. So click the three dots and click Save Image, and you'll notice it pops up in the bottom corner. Next, swipe up and click Open your Google Classroom again and go to Classwork. You're going to see the Upload to Artsonia link. Click it and then notice the rainbow letters and click that. If you are not signed on to Artsonia, don't worry about it. Your artwork is saved. I'll show you how to upload when you get back to school. Okay, you're trying to get to this green button, so some of you may have to click Digital Art. Okay, click the green button, and then you're going to see where it says Canvas in your saved images, and then click Upload, or the blue button, and then click the green button again. And it's going to ask you to crop it. You'll probably have to go back where you can do your keyboard and your trackpad because the finger, it just doesn't work with this. So I'm going to click Save, and you can add a title or you may skip the title, and you can click the X when you're all done. And you'll notice that it sent your artwork to me, and you can see all the artwork from the previous years. Now I'm going to show you how to draw a two-tiered cake. So go and open up a new drawing in Chrome Canvas and go ahead and click your layer button on the top right and click 3 layers. Select the top layer. This is your coloring sheet or your outline of your sweet treat. So make sure you're on that top layer when you do this. So select your tool that you would like to use. Change around, play around with the size. I'm going to start with an oval shape and then go to the ends on the west and east and draw 2 lines vertical down. Connect those lines with a curve. Next, draw an oval, kind of looks like a top hat, but don't draw it through the top cylinder. And then add a bottom cylinder. Oh, I'm going to go ahead and squeeze in a third layer here. You'll notice it you may need to change the orientation of your tablet. So I stacked 3 cylinders on top just by using an oval and 2 vertical lines down and a curve at the bottom. Now I'm going to show you how to make a slice of cake missing. So put a dot in the center and then draw kind of like a triangle. And then on the ends of the triangle, draw 2 vertical lines down. And then you'll notice I drew kind of like a capital E on the inside of that. Now I'm going to erase the curve of the oval that went inside the triangle. I'm going to erase this over here, and now not that line, keep my E, my capital E, and then erase the oval just under there. Now, do you see it? It's an illusion that I created by drawing the piece of cake that's missing. So now I'm going to go to my middle layer and start playing around with those colors and exploring adding different designs to this. I'm going to walk you through how to upload to Artsonia again. Click the three dots and click Save Image, and you'll notice it pops up. You can swipe up if you're still in tablet mode to get back to Google Chrome. Most of you will still be in the Artsonia tab, but sometimes you get logged out. You can swipe down and you'll see your tabs that are open. Go back to your Art Google Classroom, click Classwork, find the Artsonia words in rainbow, and click it again. You should have a green button this time, or you might have to click on digital art. So click the green button, then the blue button, and then this time it's going to say Canvas 1 or 2, depending on which you've uploaded. Click the blue button, then the green button, give it a moment to upload, and ta-da. You click save. You can add a title if you would like to, or just skip for later. You can click, when you click the X, then that's how you get back to all the artwork that you have done previously. So I look forward to seeing your artworks. So let's have some reflection time. I'm curious to know which option you liked more, whether it was drawing with materials like such as crayon or marker, or exploring the Chrome Canvas um, app and creating your sweet treat. Did you show your best craftsmanship, and did your work look clean and neat? And did you explore different styles of adding colors to make it pop art-ish for your artwork, or did you keep it realistic? And finally, did you take care of your art tools and you tidied up after yourself? Also, take a moment to interpret your artwork. How does your artwork make you feel? Would you do anything different the next time you create your piece of art on a Chrome canvas? I'm curious to know your answers. As always, artists, thank you for creating with me and thank you for watching. I'll see you soon.